Good afternoon from Gilly, everyone. It's Anefa Menon from hearthealthbrainhealth.com, encouraging healthy grieving and mindful actions. Today I thought I would start a new series of videos on this channel, and it's about some of the things that many people are aware of and yet a little bit frozen and stuck and unsure what to do with. So this is about raising wisdom. So we know when we think about raising, oftentimes we think about raising children, raising consciousness, raising knowledge, raising awareness, and all of this is something that, again, are buzzwords that go around in society right now and probably for most of our lives and many generations too. This series is to help us remember some of the things that may have been easy to forget, and I believe there's no time like now to start focusing on some of these basic truths and what we can do to raise wisdom. So I thought I would start with this quotation by Aesop, and it says, "United we stand, divided we fall. United we stand, divided we fall." And I believe that many people have heard this quotation before, and you can see in your own circle, what are the things that you reflect on and practice that unites people, that unites yourself even? When we look at, oh, my body wants to do this, but my mind is saying this, my friend wants to do this, but that friend wants to do that. And even in one person, the body, mind, and intellect often pulls us in different directions, and unless it's all united, and Carl Jung would call this integration, we've also got this awareness from Vedic tradition about unity consciousness, as within, so without. So if we're feeling united within, we raise this energy outside of us too. And this series is to talk about how exactly we could do this and how we are consciously or unconsciously actually participating in exactly the life and world that we are creating and living in today. And right now, I believe many people would agree that there's a lot more division than unity that is really clearly visible. Today, I would love for us to focus on the fact that, yeah, someone's yelling over here, and I'm going to be united by not saying anything about it, but I will definitely share this next quotation that says, "To cultivate sympathy, you must be among living creatures and thinking about them. And to cultivate admiration, you must be among beautiful things and looking at them." So I'll say that again. To cultivate sympathy, you must be among living creatures and thinking about them. And to cultivate admiration, you must be among beautiful things and looking at them. And this is why nature is so balancing for anyone who has the conscious intention and actual action of connecting with nature. And this is not to finish the work I need to do when I'm in the garden. I need to make sure this part of my garden is done. I'm thinking about the plants. I'm thinking about them. And when I'm thinking about beauty, I'm not thinking about, oh, what a beautiful garden I put together. I think about them, how beautiful they are. I wouldn't mind if they got to see how beautiful they are. Are they looking at each other? Those sorts of thoughts. And it sounds so silly, but don't a lot of flowers just kind of get grouped together and joined together and seem like they're supporting one another, and they're lifting, and they're also working with all the energies around us that we are also working with. So in my balancing of understanding nature is balancing me, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the beauty and how that beauty awareness is also how I'm looking at them. I think they're beautiful. I tell them they're beautiful. And they appreciate and show me their beauty because they hear that comment or feel that energy. They don't even have to hear the comment, but they feel the energy. In sympathy, we are living amongst creatures. And thinking about them is the switch from ego mind, I think about me, to I'm thinking about them. And this is a very different space that many people have forgotten. It's a space of wisdom. Wisdom is a step beyond the ego. And again, this series is to talk about this for all sorts of experiences that we have both personally and professionally. The next quotation I wanted to share is this, because not only now, but certainly now, I believe many minds are very aware of this, but it has been throughout history, and it is something that resilience is building in us if we are utilizing this energy around us wisely. This quotation says, "It is exactly in tough times when we discover our full potential. It allows our mind and body to push ourselves beyond our limits." It allows our mind and body to push ourselves beyond our limit. And what pushes beyond the limit? I'm going to say it's literally beyond the mind and body. This is how much physical strength I have, so this is how much I can move or do, or how long I can stay awake, or how much work I can do that's physical or manual. And this is my mind. This is how much I can take in. This is how much I can learn. And this is how much I can push myself beyond the mind. Also takes a mind awareness to allow that permission, that let something different flow through that is beyond the mind and body. This is something that's very, very common in Vedic teaching. So whether I think of Buddhism or Hinduism, and quite honestly, even though I'm saying Vedic teaching, it's the truth of the depth of every spiritual tradition, every religion that I have studied carefully, and perhaps you have too. There is this space of surrender, this space of truly trusting something that we can't see, something that is not us, as in me, as in my mind, my body, my intellect. It's a space of compassion, of love, of healing, of wisdom that many, many people have forgotten. And we see this collectively through the world. We're seeing this in so many different countries. We're seeing it by nature itself responding or reacting to what we are doing in our environments. It is the thoughts that we think. Are we thinking nurturing thoughts to help the other? Are we thinking admiring thoughts to help the other? Or am I thinking nurturing myself? I'm kind of hungry, so I'm going to eat. I nurture myself. And I'm not just going to have like just what I need to eat. I'm going to have way more because I can afford it. Am I there? Or am I helping someone right beside me who might not have something to eat because I can afford it? And this is a learning that we all can see around us, and yet it takes that observation of things that are outside of us to have this willingness to go beyond our mind body, to hit that space of compassion and wisdom. This is also the attention to things that are outside this ego space. And this attention does see beauty, does see grace, does see possibilities, and not limited by stagnation and an unwillingness to change. This does require an open mind, an open heart, and we've got it if we choose to pay attention to it. That's part of the beauty of who we are as humans. And today I wanted to share this quotation also to remind us of who we are and what certain language can remind us about, but actions definitely do. It says, "Knowledge is proud that he has learned so much. Wisdom is humble, he knows no more." Knowledge is proud that he has learned so much. I've learned so much about how to get around the world. I've learned so much about information about medicine. I've learned so much about kind people and not kind people. And yeah, I don't even go into those situations that I get in not such a good place. I'm not so happy when I'm around people like that because I know so much. I'm not happy with the way this system is or that system is because I know so much. I've been in it. Wisdom is humble. He knows no more. When we think about the space of wisdom, this is the space of pure consciousness. This pure consciousness space we all have, but it's too clouded by too much knowledge perhaps. And knowledge is aware of what it knows and what it doesn't know. I know how to handle this situation. I would not know how to handle that situation. Wisdom is patiently waiting to handle a new situation with a clarity that's beyond the mind and body and the intellect. And this series, again, whether to help kids, to help society, to help our communities, to help one another, whether we're watching each other on the news, whether we're watching each other across a dinner table, whether we are observant and attentive in a personal or professional space, this is the space that I would like this video to start this series, and to recognize that, you know what, there's also a lot of wisdom in keeping things light. And so this series I would like to keep a little bit lighter. So today I'm going to finish with this quotation on a light note, but truth. It says, knowledge is knowing a tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is not putting a tomato in a fruit salad. I hope you use your wisdom to avoid putting tomatoes into fruit salads, and yet recognizing it's all nurturing us with the nutrition that it gives us. This is food. This is what our bodies require. This is what we often don't spend time to just thank our food before we're even eating a meal. And this is, what are we feeding ourselves? Let's focus on that. What are we feeding? Are we feeding ourselves the things that we can look forward to with love, compassion, and humility? Or are we feeding ourselves energies of wisdom, one-upmanship, and pride? Today, I want you to lovingly look at yourself. Feed yourself those healthy tomatoes that are a fruit and are not necessarily in a fruit salad, but could be included if one chose to, with openness, willingness, and an acceptance of all that is. I wish you a fabulous day or night ahead, and I hope you remember, transform your mind and transform your life. Have a great day or night, everyone.